accepting our invitation to be a speaker.
Yeah, thank you,
I'd
Jonathan.
Okay, I'd like to formally introduce today's speaker. He is an assistant professor of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Tripura University. He has done his PhD from IIT Kanpur. He has over 10 years of research as well as teaching experiences, and published so many research articles in reputed journals. So he will be taking care of Octave with hands-on sessions. So over to you, sir, please.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for the introduction. And just one correction, I did my PhD from IIT Patna. So,
Okay, okay, okay.
okay, anyway, so I guess I can start, right?
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay, okay. So I welcome you all the participants. So in today's session, we're going to try for the hands-on training on Octave. Now, I guess all of you are familiar with the software called MATLAB, right? And MATLAB is a paid software. That means you have to pay for using the software, or in some institute or in personally someone using is the pirated version, which is not actually legal. Now, for this MATLAB, there is a parallel free version is there. Of that, these are like Octave, Scilab, FreeMat, which are easily available. Now, in this session, we are going to go for this Octave, and also I have forwarded some videos and also some link to how to download this Octave. So let me just share my screen. So my screen is visible. Can anyone confirm?
Yes,
Yes, yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so I am having this notion that all of you have a little idea on MATLAB. So if you don't have, still I can just give some brief introduction on this MATLAB. MATLAB is a high-level programming language where you can code or use for your image processing, also data science, maybe different data analysis. In communication, we do this for channel transmission, channel modeling, then any modulator design, the receiver design, all these things can be done using this MATLAB. Now, as I also mentioned that there is some free softwares also available there. One is Scilab. So this is the link you can check and how to download this. Scilab is also very free. Just click on and just download the software and install. Same is with the FreeMat. The link is always also provided there. You can check for this. And the best part of this, those codes are already written in MATLAB. These codes can be directly migrated to these softwares. Like if you develop any code in Octave, same code will run in MATLAB. So I'm also putting one star there equivalent. So generally 99.9% all the codes will run. But in some cases, some variables or some names may vary. But general purpose, all are okay. Now, this is the thing, how to download the Octave. Those who have not downloaded it, just write Octave GNU. I'm just mentioning in a red color in your search engine, maybe in Google or any. The first option generally what you get will be the option, the web address of this. Then click there and then you will find that the download link. You just go to that section and you will find there is different options are there. Like I can also try with you. Maybe I'm just writing Octave GNU. The first option, what you got, the Octave GNU. Just click there. Okay, now you see there is a download option. Go to download, and depending on your system, that which operating system you have, there are different options are there. So generally all of we use Microsoft Windows. So there also you'll find different versions for Windows 64, and for those are in older 32 bits. So all options are there. Now here I suggest you to go with the first option, where is there installer.exe, because if you download that installer.exe, all the packages what we have will be directly available there. So packages means in MATLAB, if you want to go for this image processing, so there is toolbox called image processing toolbox is there. If you want to go for this communication system, there is separate communication system toolbox is there. So in MATLAB, we have to separately purchase this and install this. In Octave also, we have to separately install those packages. But we don't have to purchase it because they are free. But if you go for this direct installer option, then directly all these packages will be installed in your system. Okay. And then if some package is not available, you'll find that some package is not, you are not finding some package there. For that also, you can search for these different packages. So how to install these packages? Again, I'm showing that you just go to your search engine, GNU, and you write package, PKG. Just put enter, and the first option what we get, the packages Octave Forge. You just click there and you will find that what are the different packages available for Octave, all will be present there. And you can just see that those packages, what are their toolboxes, what are there in MATLAB, all are there. The communication control, data smoothing, the Arduino, the some of you want to work on this hardware versus MATLAB or hardware with Octave, all these packages will be available there. Then database, those who are working on image processing, this may be helpful for them. The fuzzy toolkit also there, the financial toolkit is also there. So lots of toolkits are always also present here. So if you want to use this, you can just download it in an installer, or separately also you can install these packages. Okay. Okay. Now, I guess up to this is very simple how to download it. Now directly I want to go for this hands-on training. Okay, so once you just install this, you will find one screen like this. Here there is a option you will find there. One will be documentation, then one will be editor, then there will be variable editor. So our main or basic motto will be go with this editor, because here we are going to write all the codes. Okay, and below this you will find that there is a command window. Actually, after we run the code, if you want to check the variables, what's the value or what's the output, the data will be available in the command window itself. Okay. Now, here you will find that for my case, the number 1 is very large. Actually, if we click Control and Shift, that is this value may zoom in and zoom out, because I'm just making it a large box so that you can just see what's going on my screen. And there is a portion you will find that there's a file written there. I guess you can see this thing, right? And below this, you will find one white blank page with a corner in a yellow dot. So that's the page. We'll just click and new page will come where we are going to write all the codes. Okay. And then again, I want to make this maximize for your proper visualization. Then why I will do Control Shift and plus. So that's why I'm just able to maximize the size of the letters. Okay. Now this, the third option actually top, it's for the save file. So after writing the code, we have to save the file. So there, if you just click, then we are able to save the file in a particular folder. So just now I'm just writing a code that a, maybe small a, equal to 3. Okay, and then again I'm writing that b equal to 5. Again I'm putting the enter. Let's come to the next line, and I want to make that c is equal to a plus B. Now, if I want to check the answer, so what you have to do? First, you have to save this. So I just go there, click this button, and in which folder I want to save, I can just save. Now I'm just giving the name EX1. That means example one. And then I'm going to save this. Also, you'll find that the extension is octave file and .m. That means if we save it or run it here also, if I just take with a pen drive or by some means taking another computer which is having MATLAB, same file can be run with the MATLAB software also. Okay. I'm just giving save, and after saving this, we have to run this. So for run the code, we'll find that here there is a yellow play button is there. Okay, beside that left side of this red button, there is a button is play button, the yellow play button. You just click there, and then after clicking this, this option will come. Change the directory or add directory. So always change the directory. It is done, and then the code has been run. So you'll find that in the command window, A is equal to 3, B is equal to 5, and C is equal to 8. So we ran our first code. Now, see, if I don't want to display the value of A and B, that case, what we have to do, after the number 3, we have to write one semicolon. Again, I don't want to display the number of B, what is the variable B in the command window. I'm just writing B after that equal to 5, after that the one semicolon. Then again, if I just run this, we'll find that only C is equal to 8 is there. Okay. Now another option is there. Now this command window is, there is some variables are there. I don't want to see this. Then the code is that for this you write CLC. So once you click that CLC, the screen will be, command window will be clear. Okay. So all of you with me? So am I audible or?
Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay, okay. Okay. Now let's go to a next code. So I'm just again clicking here for making another example. So new editor page will be open, and then I just want to make another code. Again, I'm writing A is equal to 3 semicolon. Let me just maximize the screen size. Okay. Then next line, I'm going to write B is equal to A. Now, what will happen if I write B equal to A, the variable what were there in the A, the same value will just come back to my or go to the B. Again, I'm putting one semicolon. So these values will not come to my command window. And then again, I'm giving enter and I'm writing B. Now, if I run the code, so the output will be, first it will run from upwards to downwards. So A will be equal to 3, and next case B will be equal to A, which is 3. So B, the value of B will be 3, and then the third line, the B will be displayed. That means the command window will find that output. Okay. Now again, what I have to do, I have to save this code. Again, I'm writing EX2 save, and then I'm running this, and we'll find that B is equal to 3. Now you'll find that this time when we run the code, that change directory option didn't came, because once we're there in that directory, it will not ask again. Okay, so if I save that file in another folder, that time if we run that code again, it will ask for me to change the directory. Okay. Now let's see another code. So gradually we'll go for the tougher section. Okay. Now again, I want to go for another code. Let me just maximize the screen size, the font, and then I want to write one basic mathematical equation. So I want to say A is equal to maybe 3 or 4, semicolon, and B is equal to 6, semicolon, and then I have to write C is equal to bracket A plus B, and then I have to make whole square. So the option, if I want to make a whole square, then shift 6. That means this symbol signifies that after that what number will come will be the power. So I want to make 2, that will be a square, and then again I want to run. First you have to save. Okay, there's another option is there. If you just click run right now, they will ask you to first save the file and give it some name. So you can just giving the rhyme ex3 experiment 3, save, and directly it will run the code. Now you'll see that C is equal to 100. So the value of C is A plus B whole square. Okay, so we can go for this complex mathematical operation also, and same way the answer will come. And we can also go for different or many types of higher variables also. Okay, now another example, let's just check. If I put a value A is equal to 6, then again giving a semicolon, then A is equal to A plus 2. Now I want to see what is the value of A. Now in this case, what we'll find that first the value of A was assigned as a 6. And the next step, the value of A is A plus 2. So in this way, what will happen? First case my A is 6. So here the A will be 6. And then 2 will be added and the value of A will be updated. So now if I just run the code, the value of A will come 8. Okay, let's see. Again, I'm giving experiment number 4. Now see, the value of A became 8. So what is happening? The value of A is updated by 2. So if I go on doing this, the previous value in the starting we started with A will be lost, and the new value what is with my A will be saved into that variable. Okay. Now let's go for some formatted output. That means if I want to display some lines, so how to display some words like hello world or hello. So for this in Octave or MATLAB or Freemat, the option is that it's called F print. Okay, and then in a bracket you have to write using single colon if you just run this, the display you will find that it's written hello world. Okay, so this will be useful for some proper variable or any code you have to write that give tell me your age, that wordings will be there, and then someone will put the variable there. We'll see in the next case. We're going to see that. Again, I'm taking on variable A is equal to 3, then B is equal to A into A. That means basically B, the value of B will be 9. C is equal to A into A into 3. That means we are taking the cube of this. Again, D is we want to take the square root of this. Square root of A. Okay. So the function for square root is SQRT. And then in bracket, you just put the A. Okay. Now I want to print this thing. That means square of this should come. Right? Let's see how it comes. Now just run this code. EX6. Now you'll find that is given 3 square equals to 9. Okay, so you can write equals to again 3 square equals to 9. Now what happened here? As we wrote percentage for u, it will take the value of the first variable, which is a, and then square equals to same will come, and then again I am writing square equal to, and then the result is coming there. So we can write the same thing for all the other codes, and same value will be there. So again I'm just writing, just copying this whole line. If I write it cube, and instead of b, the value will be c, because c is the cube of a. Again I'm just running this, so you'll find that same results is available there. Okay. Okay, now move to the next code. Now, this is very important, those who are working in communication or image processing. Now we are going to talk about the arrays. So how to write array in Octave, or certainly if you know, then in MATLAB also. Now I want to declare that A is a array. So A is equal to third bracket, and then you put different numbers, maybe 3, 5, 9. 3, 5, 9, or 6. Anyway. So this array will be saved on the variable A. And again, I am taking another array. Okay. And always remember that if you want to declare any array, always need to be in third bracket. That is, start with a third bracket, and it will be also end with a third bracket. Now I want to do the array operation. That means A plus B. If I say C equal to A plus B, then first you have to save this. So I'm just EX7. Output is that 479. That means this column wise they perform that addition and give me the value of C. Okay. Now, if I want to take out any particular variable from an array, so how to do this? What I mean that if a variable is a, or array is equal to 2, 6, 9, 70, like this, and I want to know what is the second element of that particular array. So for doing this, what you have to do, you have to write A, and in the first bracket, you have to mention the position. That means you have to mention the position of 2. So in reply, once you run the code, it will give us the value of 6. That is, what's the value of the second position in this particular array. Okay. Now using this idea, we can perform mathematical operations also. Like if we have two variables, variable matrices basically. Now this is okay. Now I want to perform the operation of, maybe I have a variable C which is equal to a, the third value of a, what is there, and plus the fifth element of that particular B matrix. Okay, so if you just run this, what will given? It give me 97. So what actually does? So third element of this A matrix is 9, and fifth element of this B matrix, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 88. This 88 and 9 got add up and gave me the result of 97. So this type of operation also can be done in this octave. Okay. Okay. Now is a very important thing now we're going to talk about, because once when we write any code or start developing any code, we at the time of doing this we know for which purpose we wrote the line. But after 2 or 3 months, what happens? We just forgot that what was for that line written, or what is the variable name, or why we wrote this. So for that, there is a comment section is there after each line of code which you can mention in your word, and those lines will not hamper your coding. Like if I want to write like a is equal to 10 and semicolon, and if we give percentage sign after that, whatever we write, like a is number of students. So if we just run this code, this what we have written after this percentage will not come in the command window, or it will not run actually. So if you just write play, what we'll find, if I just also write a here, then run. So what we'll find, only value of a is displayed, and this thing is not there. So for by doing this, we can specify for any code or any section what we have written for our understanding. So it's very important. Also, if you have developed some code, line by line, if you have developed some code, like I'm going to write b is equal to 100 and c is equal to a plus b, then c is equal to a by 2 plus b. Okay, now if I put percentage before this line, now if I run this, only this section will run. If you just eliminate the semicolon, and then you find that c is equal to actually 105. That means only this line has been executed. The other what is there in percentage, that section has not been executed. Okay, so in a large chunk of code, if sometimes you don't want to run that particular section, so what you have to do, you have to put percentage before each and every line. Okay, so there's another way to doing this. If you just select all this code and control R, by doing this also, you'll make sure this section will not run. Okay. Okay. Now just move to next section. Now it sometimes happens that one variable you have used that, and same variable you are going to, because it's a very long code, lengthy code, it maybe consists of 1,000 lines. So you have used one code or maybe a variable like a is equal to 10. And after that, you again want to use the same variable. Now the problem is that sometimes the previous value will be in that particular variable a. So there is a way to clear that variable. Okay, so this is for this, the function is called clear. Like if I say C is equal to 2, and then if I say CLEAR, clear C, now if I run this section, now actually what will happen, if I again try to put C, it will say that error, C is undefined, because what happened, earlier there was C was there, so in this section C was equal to 2, but once we make this clear, so we made that there is no such variable in name of C, so we made it clear. That's why there is a error called C is undefined. Okay, so this clearing is sometimes important for you, because once you use this variable and then you don't need this in further in your code, you just clear that particular variable. If you don't clear, it's also okay, but better to clear, because otherwise your workspace will be bulky. Okay. Okay. Now let's move to some other equations like trigonometric equations. Okay, so here also we have a value of pi. We can define in, like we say, 3.14195, that goes on. So in MATLAB also or OCTAVE also, you can define pi just writing pi. Okay, so once you write pi, so already the value of that pi will be assigned to that particular variable x. Okay, so let me just run this. So we will find that the value of x is 3.1416. That means the value of pi is actually came to that variable. Also, we can go for some trigonometric operations. Like if I say y is equal to sine pi or sine pi by 2. Now the value of y should come. That means sine 90, which is 1, and we'll find also the value of y is 1. Okay, then you can go for this also, 10 cos, cosec, all the variables are there. You have to just check that for particular that function, what is the actual parameter is there. That means sine for cos is cos, like we can see z is equal to cos pi by 2. And to display only the value of z, now some value of z is there. It ideally should be 0, but it's very near about 0, right? Okay, now move to next, how to plot in OCTAVE. Okay, it's a very important thing, because when you just do any experiment, then you need some data or result. We have to put this in some journals or our thesis or any paper. So for that, you need very good plottings, and OCTAVE supports very nice plottings. Now let's see, we're going to plot one sinusoidal wave. Again, I'm just taking one variable x is equal to one matrix where the value of x is 0, then colon 0.1, colon 20. Now by doing this, what will happen, if we just run this section, you will find that x will be one variable where the values will be distributed like this. I'm not sure. Yeah, you'll see that. That means from 0 to 20, all the variables will be there, and all will be in increment of 0.1. That means 0, 0.1, then 0.2, then 0.3. It will go on and it will up to 20. Okay. Now I want to make y is equal to sine x. Okay. So I can run it also, but by seeing these numbers, you're not able to understand anything, right? What are the number means? But if I give a plot, then it will be very much visible and understanding for you also. So for plotting, the command is that plot. Okay, in this between you just write y. Okay, now if I just run this, I guess it will take some time. Okay, now you can see that the sine wave came. Now you will find that in the x-axis the number is 0, 50 and up to 200. So why this is 200? Actually not 200, it may be 201. Okay, so the number is coming, the how many points are there. So here in this x, number of points are there, maybe 201. So those 201 points has been displayed there. Now I want to plot this in the range of x. Okay, so what I have to do, just x comma y, and if we just again plot this, we'll find that the x level will be changed, and now it will come on 0 to 20. Okay, it's a same plot, only we are playing with that x level. Okay, now if I want to give some title to this figure, what you write? TITLE, then again just run this, you'll find that the title is there. Sine curve is came in the top of that plot. Okay, so now we can generate different numbers of figures. Also, you can edit it here if you want anything. The toolbox is there. You can right click. So lots of options are there. You can play with that digit also. Okay. Let's go to the next code. Now, there is different loops are also there, what we can run using in Octave. Like, for example, for loop. So, just we assume that we have a variable is b equal to 5. Okay. And then we're writing, or we have a loop we need to run maybe 10 times. Then we're taking for, and we're taking any variable, maybe a, which is equal to 1 is to 10. Okay, that means this for loop will run for 10 times, and then I'm writing b. Okay, so I can do one thing. I'm just making it 3 for our better understanding. Okay, now after that, once you have written for, so then you have to write end, e and b. So we are ending this for loop. Now if we run this code, again you have to save this. Now what will happen? You will find the output section b is equal to 5, 5, 5. That means 3 times b has been displayed. Okay. Now if we have written there in this for loop, b is equal to b plus 1. Okay. Now what will happen? Each time the loop will run, the value of b will increase by 1, and same value will be saved in that variable b. Okay. Let's see how the result is coming. Now you see that b value is 6, 7, 8. So what is happening in first run? B was equal to b plus 1. That means 5 plus 1, 6. So 6 has been displayed. Now again the loop is running. For that case, earlier the value of b is 6. Now 6 plus 1 is 7. So 7 is saved in this b and it has been displayed. And the last run, it was 7. 7 plus 1 is 8, and 8 has been displayed. Okay. So this is the way how this loop works. Okay. Okay. Now move to the next code. Okay. Now I am having one variable is B, which is an array, and the value inside is 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 6. Okay. Now I want to work for some this array. What is the summation of this total variables inside this array? Okay. So if I to perform this, so again what we can do, we can take one for loop, and also we know how to identify each of the elements in this array. Okay. So what to do? First we write that sum all is a variable and this is equal to 0. Okay. And then we are taking one for loop where this for loop will run from 1 to the number of variables are there in that array. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there is 5 elements. So we write 5 here. Okay. And then this sum all will be equal to again sum all plus a of b. Now just try to understand what's going on. And also I'm going to display the value in the end. Now in the initial case the value of sum all will be 0. So here the value is 0. Okay. And then I'm running the loop for 5 times, which is the length of my array. Okay. And then in the initial case b is equal to 1 and a of b will be the first element, right? A of 1. So that value will come to this sum all. Again it will go back and again it will run. Then that time the value of b will be 2. So the a of 2 will be a second element. So it will be 2. Earlier the sum all was the value of this first. So it will come 1 and the 2 is here. So it will just add it up. So 3 will be in the sum all. Again the loop will go on. So now the value of sum all is 3 and b will be also 3 because it's a third loop what's running. So a of 3 will be the third element. Now with the third element, again the sum is there. The third element is 4 and sum all is 3. So they will add up. It becomes 7 and sum all will become 7. So this process will go on and you will get the summation. Now just let me run this code and we'll find what's actually going on. It will be complex, but once you understand this, you will find the solution. See, now here is first run, sum all is 1. Okay, so is first 1 is there. Next case, sum all is 1 plus 2, that 3 is here. In third case, 1 plus 2 plus 4, that means 7 is here. In the fourth run, 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5, that 12 is here. In the last case, the 13 is, the 6 is there. The 6 plus 12 was earlier, 18 is there. So this sum all 18 printed and the end, at the end, this sum all again printed. So 18 we got. So if I put here any semicolon, only we'll find that the result of sum all, this value has been displayed. So by this way, we can add all the variables what is there in a array, all the element we can add and display their results. Okay. Until now, if anyone have any question or any query, you can just ask. So anyone have any query?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, could you please run this current data?
Which one?
Sir, this array A equals to bracket 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
How we can
How we can flip?
okay, sir.
No, I'm not getting your question. How we can flip this, right?
Yeah, sir, what is the usage of this?
Uses. Okay. The uses of this, there can be many uses of this, but in our communication, what happens, we want to count how many number of bits are there in a section. There you can carry this, right? In a matrix, you are saving how many numbers of bits are coming. Maybe what is there, these numbers can be like in a common case each day. Maybe in a 5 day, how many students attended the class. Okay, so those numbers can be added here or you can put there, and then you can add total number of students attended in the whole week. By there also you can use it.
Okay, okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, now we have to go for this double loop. That means loop inside a loop. Okay, now just assume that there is a variable is sum 1 is equal to 0.
What is the nested loop?
Nested loop. I'm sorry, your voice is breaking. I'm not getting your question.
So the coming slide is nested loop. Is an example for nested loop.
Yeah, nested loop. That means loop inside a loop. Nested loop.
Okay.
Okay. Now again we have to write for n equal to 1 to 2. That means the loop will run for only twice when the value of n is equal to 1 and the n equal to 2. Inside this, we are going to run another loop. Here m is a variable and we are going to run it for 3 times. Okay. And then we are putting sum1 is equal to sum1 plus n into m. Okay. I want to end the first loop and the second loop. Okay. Now, if we just okay, have to write that to show the variable someone. Now, just run this. Okay. Now you got the final result, but what is actually happening inside? Okay, so what will happen? First, in the initial case, the value of this n was 1, and inside this, the value of m was changing. That means once first loop, it was 1, second loop, it was 2, and third loop, it was 3. So for that 3 time, what was when the loop was running inside, the value of n was 1. And again, it went there, and then the value of n become 2, and again the same thing was running inside this loop. So we got this result. So you can find that 1 3 6 8 12. Okay, so that means the nested loop thing, anything you can do in this work according to your requirement. Okay, now we want to see that how to operate for matrix multiplications. Now you have a matrix A is equal to 2, 3, 4. Maybe B is equal to 2, 5, 10. Okay. Now I have to multiply this to matrix. That means C is equal to A into B. Now always remember that if any time we want to perform this matrix multiplication in MATLAB or OCTAVE or FreeMat or Scilab, you have to put this dot in front of this star or the multiple operator. Okay. Now again you have to save this. Now we'll find that the multiplication has been done. Okay, and the multiplication will happen only like this column wise, and we'll find the results. And if I don't give this dot, now let's see what happens. The error will come. Okay, so always remember that just put the dot before you go for this multiplications in any MATLAB or OCTAVE environment. Okay, now come to the logic gates, how to perform logic gate operations. Okay, so for this it's very simple. Like if A is equal to 1 and I'm taking two variables, B is equal to again maybe 1, it will run very between 1 and 0, and C is equal to XOR A comma B. It is 1 1, the result should come 0. Let's see. Okay, that's it. See, C is coming 0. So if I change any of them, that means 0 1. Now that C is becoming 1. So this logic gate operations also can be done in this OCTAVE or that MATLAB. Okay. Okay. Now let's go for this if statement. So if I write A is equal to B or maybe 2, and if A is equal to 1, then print B is equal to 3. Else C is equal to or B is equal to 4. Again, you have to end this. So we'll find B is equal to, let's see, there is some issues there. Okay. Okay, actually, if statement, the A have to be double equal to. That was the mistake. Okay, anyway, you'll find that else A is equal to not equal to 1, so it directly came to the else section, and B is equal to 4. I don't know why it's not coming. I don't know, it should come 4. Maybe I made some syntax error. That's why it's not coming. Anyway. Okay, let's move to the next section. Now, we can combine looping and branching in a same time using this if-else statement and also this for loop. Now, assume that a variable sum1 is equal to 0, sum2 equal to 0, and I'm taking one variable which is 9. Then we are starting this loop, which is k, and I want to run this k up to n. K is equal to 1 is to n. So by default, what's going to happen? As we know, the value of n is 9, so this loop is going to run 9 times. Okay. Again, I'm writing sum 1 is equal to sum 1 plus k. That means each time the value of k will be changing while the loop is running, and that value will be added up and come inside the value of the variable sum 1. Now, if mod 3 comma k comma 3 is equal to 0, then sum 2 will be equal to sum 2 plus k. Just end the loop, again end the loop. Okay. Okay, now there is a special function what I've used is MOD. Actually, MOD is a function. If you use like 5 MOD 5 comma 2, it will give that if I divide 5 by 2, what will the remainder that will be given. So if I do this, you can see the comment section mod 5 comma 2, the remainder will be 1. Okay, same case. So here what we did, if the value is divisible by 3, only that time this if loop will run. Else it will just end it. So let's just run this section. Okay, we have to display these variables. Now we'll find that the sum 1 is 45 because this will always run. As long as this loop will run, this will operation will happen and everything will come in the variable sum. But the inside this, it will run only those times when the k is divisible by 3. That's why the summation of 2 or sum 2, the variable is less. Okay. Okay. Up till now, if anyone have any query, you can ask. Okay. Any query? These are basic operations and yeah, tell me.
Sir, actually, this topic is totally new for me. That's why I am disturbing you.
No, tell me.
Sir, actually, how to save this file?
Yeah, you have to save in a file. So there is a section. There is a white page in the under the file. There is a white page with yellow dot. It's
Yes,
visible. Then the third one
yes.
is the save file. You go right hand side, save file.
Okay, sir.
You just
Sir,
click there.
but
I'm saying that you click there and there I give the file name. Maybe test one. I'm giving the file name and click save. It will be saved. Okay.
oh, okay, sir. Okay,
There
sir.
is another way to save this. Just make the file and you write any code there, and then you directly go to this section. How we run this. right? You just
Yes,
click there.
yes, sir. Sir,
First, it will ask you to save. So you will save and then automatically it will execute. So it will save your time. Okay.
yes, sir. Sir, it is asking about the directory.
Yeah.
It is
Directory means
by,
where you are saving this. So while running or while saving.
okay, okay, sir.
No, no, they are asking directly while saving or while running. If they ask while running, there is an option you will find that change directory. You have to click on change directory.
Thereafter, it will save my document.
Yeah, they will save the document in particular that folder where you want to save. Okay.
O- Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Actually, the thing is
Okay.
that
Thank you, sir.
yeah, you will find that there is a directory thing is also there in the topmost corner. My mouse is there. I don't know you can see that.
Yes, sir.
That directory is the thing in the which folder you have saved. You'll find also same thing. I am saving is Octave example. This is my folder name, and that folder name should be there. Otherwise, it will always ask you for change directory. So once you change the directory,
Yes.
then it will be okay, I guess.
Okay. Understood, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now I want to in previously the array what we're writing it is 1 by n matrix, right? Now I want to make 2 by 2 matrix. So how to write 2 by 2 matrix in Octave? So the way is same. We just take one variable. I'm taking a variable a, and then third bracket is must because I want to write one matrix, and then I'm giving 1, 2 number. Okay, this is my first row, and I want to go for my second row. So going for second row, the rule is that you just put one semicolon, and then again you write other variables. Again I want to go my third row. Again you just write the values, and then you just put the end the matrix actually. Okay. Now I want to save it. Example 20. Okay. Example 20. Now once we run this, we will find that the A matrix is there in the command window 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. That means this is my first row, second row, and third row. Okay. By this, we can also define another matrix which is 2 by 3. Okay, and then I want to perform the matrix operation. So I have to make sure that there is a third bracket in the starting. Okay, now I want to make C is equal to A plus B. It will be done if just run this. So this summation is there. Now you will find that the element wise summation happened. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 4 plus 3, 7. So this element wise summation happened. Now one thing, if I make this only 2 by 2 matrix and this is 2 by 3 matrix, if I am to run, the error will come. Okay, so for this summation or any matrix operation, they have to be in same size. Now there is another thing is that if you write the code, this here, SIZE, size, and put the any matrix, it will give that what is the size of the matrix. So you are giving that size of a matrix. Now how many rows are there and how many columns are there. So in the first will be how many rows. So as my matrix C, if I want to run, so you see that there is 3 rows and 2 columns. So that value will be come like this. And now what I am doing, if you want to, once the variable code has been run and you want to run a particular section of that code, so what you can do, you can select that section and put right click, and you'll find that run selection, or you can just put F9 from your keyboard. If I just put run selection, only that these two lines will be executed, and I just get the values. Okay. Okay, actually this octave is a very vast thing. If you go and you have to go on, and I also, maybe I know 0.00001% of this octave. So I am using it for my optical fiber communications thing to analyze my optical fiber data, and also these eye-opening penalties and other modulation formats using how they are reacting. So my knowledge is only limited up to this communication thing. But as some of you may be working in image processing, so you have to check that how to use this software in image processing. There is plenty of materials is there, which is online. You can download and you can read also. It's freely available because Octave is a free source. But make sure that those are authentic, as because they are freely available. So there is hardly any cross-checking is going on. So I suggest you to go by the proper website and good publications and good journals if you want to build up your expertise in this form. So I guess I can stop up to this, and Jayanta sir or Alok sir, anyone is there?
Yes, sir, I am here.
Okay, okay, sir. If any query is there, then after answering the query,
Just 1 minute. Thank you, sir, for presenting such a nice talk on Octave. I think this will help our participants to start research in any field for any data processing also. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
thank you, sir. Thank you, Alok sir.